Hello everyone, this is Paul with another video, and this is kind of going to be a short one, and we have some pieces I found today, but in this video I'm going to show one piece I found, a really cool piece that has a pretty cool story. And let's get cracking this thing open. And this is from the Matchbox Moving Parts, and this is actually the Bizzarrini 5300 GT Corsa, and you notice it says Revival. And the reason it says Revival is because when this car was made, there was only one car made by Giotto Bizzarrini back in the 60s. Oops. And it was actually raced in Le Mans in 1965. And it actually won its class in 1965. So what they did is, just recently there's another company that is trying to revive the Bizzarrini name. So they are producing 24 examples of this car, and it's going to be called the Bizzarrini 5300 GT Corsa Revival, because they're reviving it. They're going to make 24 actual models of this car, and they're going to be priced at $1.9 million, which is crazy. But the original car actually raced in Le Mans in 65, and actually won its class. And just a little history here, but that I found out in some research, that Giotto Bizzarrini actually worked for Ferrari. He was the chief engineer with Ferrari, and he led in the development of the original 250 Testarossa, the 250 GT SWB, and the Especial 250 GTO. He helped engineer those cars, but then he ended up leaving Ferrari, and it's a famous, you look up history, it's famous, but it's called the Palace Coup. And I guess Enzo's wife was getting too much involved in the making of the cars and the race team, that Bizzarrini went to Enzo Ferrari and said, it's either going to be me or it's going to be her. And you know what happened? Bizzarrini was fired with some of the other senior people that worked on the team, and so they all went their separate ways. And then eventually Bizzarrini built this car, which some people say could have been the successor to the 250 GTO by Ferrari, but it never happened. He built this car, and he ended up taking it to Le Mans, and he raced it in the prototype class and won its class. And I think it actually ended up 5th overall in the whole race. So there's just a little brief history of this cool car. So let's look at it. Some nice painted details on the front. And you got the number 3 on the side. Some other cool details. Number 3 back there. And you got the Bizzarrini logo. Painted taillights. Then you got a plastic base, and then you also get an opening hood with this engine in there. And if you saw the real engine, it is actually a Chevy, I think it might have been a 350 that was actually in the Chevy Corvette that Bizzarrini decided to put in this car. And it was, for its time, it was a pretty fast car. So there you go. I'll put this car on the turntable. I'll maybe show you some pictures of the real thing. And if you want to find out more about this car, I will put a link to a video that Jay Leno did, Jay Leno's Garage, with Bruce Meyer, who now owns the original car. Jay Leno did a video with him, and they showed the car and they drove it, and it has some pretty cool information. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and looking at this car, and hope you enjoyed it. So there's my brief little history on this cool model that Matchbox did. I love these old race cars, and this is one of them. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you at the next video, and I'll just show you some things at the end. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.